What's going on there, YouTube? This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I'm back here again for a brand new TV show premiere review for The Legends of Tomorrow, the spin-off series from Arrow that came after that, Flash, and then coming from Flash and Arrow is a spawn of the two, Legends of Tomorrow. Is it the Justice League? No. Is it the Justice Society? No. Is it anybody in the equivalent in between? No. It is made up of Ray the Atom, Sarah Lance, that is the White Canary. She got freaking the leader name is Rip Hunter, and then you got Dr. Stein, and you got a newcomer, Jefferson, instead of Robbie, because of, you know, Robbie's circumstance, what happened. They fused to be Firestorm. And then you've got Kendra and Carter, and they are Heart Girl, Heart Man. And then after that, you've got Leonard Snart and make up, you know, Captain Cold, and then the Heat Man. How did it do? This is my first reaction of it, okay? It wasn't half bad. It was actually pretty enjoyable, weirdly enough. Were there corny moments? Absolutely. There was a lot of corny moments. I'll go in depth with that with the review, but all in all, I actually had a good time. I actually enjoyed it. Notably, like the relationship between Dr. Stein and Jefferson, what Dr. Stein does to Jefferson and how they even get on the ship is just crazy in and of itself. But then Shayera and, you know, Carter Hall, I was thinking it was going to be really redundant because they kind of went through their whole backstory with, you know, the Flash and Arrow crossover episode, but they took it another step because all this is about time travel, you know, and they've had multiple lives. And there's a revelation that comes up midway that I didn't see, that I actually really enjoyed. Even like Sarah Lance with Leonard Snart and Mitt, I was like, they were in this bar, and all of a sudden this fight sequence breaks out, and it starts off so weird and funny, but then when I realized, dude, they don't even have their weapons and they're actually going at it, I was like, this is some actually good choreography. Like, I was thinking this is all just going to be all CG and Blaze, but it actually has some decent fight scenes. Even like there's this villain that kind of pops off that somebody referred to as Boba Fett incarnate. I'm not gonna say who, but when he shows up, like, you really get to see them all work together, and it makes for a good centerpiece. But even like the introductions to the characters and how they kind of get taken onto this ride by Rip, it was actually done really well. CG was actually on point. Probably the CG in this one was actually better than even than the Flash in a lot of senses, because the ship, like Rip Hunter's ship, like, it was dope. And then even like some of the things that happens as far as going back and forth, like, it was done really well. The only thing that I actually regret is that I wish I would have seen Vandal Savage more. But this is only the part 1 of the pilot. There is going to be a part 2 that's going to be next week. So maybe they're going to delve into it more. Maybe it would have been beneficial for them to do like a 2-part episode. But either way, I actually really enjoyed it. And to be honest, like, one of the things that even got me, because it happened in the beginning and then towards the end, it had to do with Rip Hunter's backstory. Because he kind of came off as such a douche, like a bad person in a lot of different ways. You'll find out in the midway why. But when he describes his, you know, reasons for what he's doing and his backstory, like, I was taken back, man. It caught me on the emotions. Like, that sequence, and specifically with Hawk Girl and Hawk Man and their relationship going to the past, both of those sequences add substance to the show. And even like the Atom and just his wanting to be a part of this, it adds another weight to it as well, which I'm not going to go into that until I go into my review. But all in all, I actually enjoyed this one. I probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It was a great premiere. Does it, like I said, have corny moments? Absolutely. But it is really enjoyable, and it's a good addition to the DC family. So congratulations, y'all. Like, you got my seal of approval. Let's go. Take it a step further, make it a little bit more dark, give us some really good villains, bring up some cameos from actual heroes of the past and the future, and you got a winner. Oh, and by the way, there's a huge spoiler when it comes to when you actually know what ship that Rip is on and what the AI's name is. That's the even crazier thing. But I'll go into that in the review. Hopefully you enjoyed this first reaction review, non-spoiler review I might add, of the pilot of Legends of Tomorrow. Later y'all, JVS, we out.